Welcome to the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase podcast. It's a limited series for the Echo Community Podcast Network by Story Studio Network and Clark Communications. We highlight the influential voices, partners, and leaders who are driving innovation, research, and development, creating new market opportunities and new ways of doing business in the mining industry.
We're on location at the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase with the Echo Network, and Alicia Woods is here with us, the president, the founder of Covergalls. And Alicia, tell us a little bit about what brings you to the NOMS Pavilion this year.
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I think, first of all, it's an opportunity to network, right? I think, with the world of virtual, it's nice to see people in face, to connect again, and then also to kind of share what we've been up to and bring forward the innovations that we're doing in the space of workwear.
Now, I love the story. I know your story, but I want you to tell it again. Tell us a little bit about how this started. I know it started with the family, with your dad in the mining industry. And tell us how this all came to be.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny, Scott. I always say, I feel like I grew up mining, just being born and raised in Sudbury. And then, like you said, growing up in the shop that my dad and my grandfather and my uncle started. But Covergalls was really born out of my own frustration and having to wear men's workwear. I remember going to the local safety supplies store back in 2000 to get geared up, and there was nothing for women. So I just, rolled things up, folded things in. But it wasn't until I got underground that first day. And I remember asking, a colleague, if I have to use the washroom today, where do I go? And of course, all the men laughed at me and they pointed to the end of a dark drift. And I remember looking down at my gear going, this is not happening today. So for the next 10 years, I actually didn't drink anything before I went underground until I found myself in a potash mine in the summer of 2011, underground, dry, dusty, consumed water without realizing it, and the cage went down. So that meant having to use a porta potty. Unfortunately, it had no door, so turned my light off, went in. It was just a disaster. And I remember, putting everything back together and sitting on the bench and saying, I will never wear your coveralls again. And so that's how the Covergall was born. It's
a great story, and just because of time, there was the development. Okay, we're starting this and finding someone that actually produce the equipment and all of those different things. So, and then Dragon's Den and how you were one of the most successful people from Dragon's Den. And then what we want to know now today. What is the evolution of Covergalls? What's new? What are you bringing to the show?
I think, we're more than just the Covergall, right? We're a complete line of workwear for women, but I think more importantly, we're actually working towards offering sustainable, inclusive solutions for all. So now we can actually work with clients on providing workwear programs for their entire workforce, thinking of fit, functionality, making sure that people feel like they belong. And so some of the new excitements are maternity workwear, right? That's part of a female journey, and we want to keep those women engaged. And here at the show, we brought our first sample of our Covergall 2.0, which is made out of waste-to-wear fabric, so fabric using recycled plastic water bottles, full traceability and blockchain, and it's sustainable, and we can actually recycle it for our clients after. So not just the diversity, inclusion, health, safety, but now how can we help our clients in the sustainability?
Incredible story that you had, the journey that you're here, what you do today. Tell us about the entrepreneurship side of this, and what would you say for young people in Northern Ontario and the risks you take. You could have went down a certain path, but you've taken tons of risks to be here today. Tell us about what you would say to them.
Oh my goodness, I've taken a lot of risks, and I think if it was easy, everybody would do it, is what I remind myself. But I think, for me, entrepreneurship, being able to control, I think it's about having positive change and making an impact, and I think that's what entrepreneurship allows you to do. I left my full-time, comfy, promising career to take on Covergalls, but it's been exciting. It's been a journey. It has not been easy, tons of bumps in the road, but a lot of learning and a lot of knowing that we're actually making a difference and really helping to kind of move industries in the right direction.
Alicia Woods is with Covergalls, the president, the founder. And if you have time, please come to her booth here at the NOMS Pavilion. She has an incredible story to tell, and I just skipped over tons of it, and there's so much more to learn. So Alicia, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the Northern Ontario Mining Showcase podcast. The series is produced for the Echo Community Podcast Network by Story Studio Network and Clark Communications. For more information, visit our website, northbayecho.ca.